We'll start with the awakening. A patriarchal society leads Edna to anxiety. She questions her propriety. There's a contrast between madness and rational thought. She wonders if she's forgot what it's like to live the good life. They treat her like a wife and nothing more. So when she starts to explore the desires of her heart and how far she could soar, she realizes her smart is their different and their normal is a prison, and escape is the only option. She wants to start living the life she sees for herself, but to her husband these thoughts are a disease designed to appease a part of her he should have seized long ago, so she could live to please him and his children and nothing else. But she's called by the ocean breeze, by a promise of freedom in the sea, because now she can see that she's a victim of the system, and the only way to really live is to die carefree and escapee of false authority.
Paradox. Just like a clock never takes time off, just starts where it stops.
Like the stories of Kurt Lemon and how his death is a blur, either an innocent ascension or a lack of attention to that mind in the ground. Which story is an invention? Is one an extension of the truth? What did the author forget to mention? Wrong question. It's all about perception. The sunlight carrying Lemon to heaven is the exception to the typical war death, where the soldier is just a consequence and never a victim of the deception of the enemy. But the graphic death is present to justify, so we're not content to resent or be terrified of Kylie killing that boar almost like it satisfied some primal instinct of his. That's not right. It shows the pain in his heart at the sight of his friend blown apart in spite of his age. The brutality of Lemon's end and of Kylie's revenge help us to understand the innocence presence in both of the men. The things they carry is a story of war, but it does more than tell stories of gore, confusing the plot and the moral and the core of the writing to portray the characters in different lighting and show us that fighting isn't simple or easy to understand, that there can be order and chaos and beauty and ugliness and wrongs and rights and truth and lies and trifles and something that's wise and death in life or blindness not sight in our eyes.
Paradox. Just like a clock never takes time off, just starts where it stops.
Sure, there's paradox in books, but it ain't that simple. It can rekindle the questioning in life, so we take a step back and look at the setbacks of today's generation. The American nation, crippled by expectations like death of a salesman. Sometimes it's your parents, you inherit a definition of success. Apparently they know best, but it don't feel right. Or like happy, your real fight is being noticed at all. The things that make you happy only serve to appall the authority in your life. Just like Edna and her vices. Maybe you aren't motivated by prices or your goals are unrelated. You find the future you push towards outdated. You're saying that society's hated, but you hate society's regulated goals and overstatements. Neither one is right, but neither is wrong. They coexist in life. They get along, but they fight. All of us dealing with the hell they raise. It's the same in books, just ask the Pontelliers. And just like a war story, the oratory is all important in our perception of the world without the support of our perspectives. It's easy to judge based on subjectives. Irrespective of the truth, we always stay selective, especially in our youth. Where we live, a bad test score means stupid, but it doesn't show character, or clarity, or severity, or sincerity, and purity is a rarity, so the paradox of life will never show us the truth.
Yondo.